Welcome to another Demarcation Media LEGO review. We have a very interesting video today because, well, first of all, we are taking a look at some of the Marvel Studios collectible minifigures. Now, there have been rumors and wishful thinking of a Marvel collectible minifigure series for years now, and it's finally come to fruition in the form of the Marvel Studios series. I personally am very excited for this, but LEGO decided to do something new, and they started selling them in these little packs of 6. It's this little box. You can get it for $30, which we'll talk about the price in a minute. But it's $30. You get 6 packs. But the interesting thing is they're not randomly chosen. So there's actually, basically the series is split in half, and you have half of the set in here. So it's not just going to be random. So like I'm not going to open this and just have a whole box full of Buckies. Like it's exact half of the series. So if you're lucky, you can buy 2 and get the whole series in one go. So I'm really interested to get this open, see what's inside, but real quick, let's take a look at the box. Looks pretty nice. Got the Marvel branding, minifigures branding. This little art on the side has been updated now to include Shang-Chi, which is pretty cool. On the back, stuff nobody reads. 12 to collect. And then on the box front, it says 6. Looks like it hinges open. Okay, so this piece of paper, I added that. I have a theory that I'm not sure if it's gonna actually go anywhere, but I have a theory that you'll be able to tell which half of the series is in a box based on its weight. So I went ahead and marked this one. If I can figure out whether my theory is correct, I'll put the results as a post on the channel. So yeah, pretty simple box. Let's go ahead and get it open. I looked all over the place. I checked like 6 stores the first week or so after this series was supposed to have come out, and nobody was carrying them anywhere. So I eventually just had to cave, and a friend of mine went in on a couple boxes of these with me. All right, look at that. They're all packed in. This has like almost like a loot box feel. Okay, let me go ahead and change the angle of the camera a bit, and we will start opening these. Oh yeah, these do cost $5 now, which is kind of a tough pill to swallow. At the same time, it isn't, because these minifigures in particular, number one, they're licensed, and LEGO went all out with these guys. So like if you think about it, with Mega Construx, they have Halo Heroes, which are the more detailed single figure with cool accessories. This is basically LEGO's version of a Halo Hero, just as a blind bag. So when you think about it that way, it's not quite as tough a pill to swallow, but still, I do miss the days when minifigure bags were like $3. All right, we've got a Loki. There's still something in here, and it's not coming out. Oh, it's one of these little clear stand things. All right. There he is, the God of Mischief himself, and Throg. That was a pretty unexpected accessory, but this is so funny. Look at him. He's got his little tiny hammer. He's got the little helmet, the printed cape. He's got hands kind of like Baby Groot did. And he is very, very clearly a frog. That is so cool. Just look at him. Oh. Loki himself has a TVA mug, and he's got his TVA variant jacket. You see on the back it says variant. He has Luke Skywalker's hair this is from The Last Jedi, I think, recolored in black, which works pretty well for Loki, I gotta say. Then he's got a new face. He is the typical Loki grin. And then on the back, he is a bit more serious. And honestly, this face is, it almost looks like Superman. Like, you could use that face for other people. It doesn't have to be used for Loki. This guy is one of the more simple figures in the whole series, but he did not have that complex of an outfit in the show. And then all of these come with a jumper and one of these things, so you can have like action poses, him like flying off to the side, that kind of thing. So that's pretty useful and kind of adds an extra level to your being able to display these things. Or you could just use it for little Throg. Not bad, not bad. So Loki will sit off to the back while we continue on. I realize I've never actually done a video about Lego collectible minifigures. Who do we got? Who do we got? And we have Bucky. So I think I know which half this is. So there's a half that has Falcon and like Zombie Hunter Spider-Man and Star-Lord T'Challa, all those guys. And then there is the other half that has, I think it might just be according to the way they're lined up on the page. So they might just cut it exactly in half. So here is Bucky. He comes with, it's supposed to just be one knife, but these knives come in pairs. So it's attached on there. Honestly, the extra one could be used for Loki. So got the knives. He has an extra one of these little things, which is interesting. I don't really know how they decide who gets an extra and who doesn't, because Loki didn't have an extra. And then Bucky himself is from the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. So he has his kind of changed outfit. He's still got like the blue leather look going, but he's now got this gray on the side. In the show, it's mostly just up on the shoulder. I'm guessing this was inspired by some concept art, having the gray run all the way down. But it looks pretty cool. He's got a new face. He's got this hairpiece, which has been used many times, but it fits Bucky's appearance well. He has an angry face on the back. Then he has a proper Wakandan arm, which is very nice to see, because the Bricktober pack version of Bucky, who also had the kind of blue leather jacket, he had supposedly the Wakandan arm, but it was silver and not black like it should have been. So it's really nice to see Lego amend that here, and the piece looks fantastic. Then he has the shield. This is a new version of the shield made for the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. Again, not the most complex minifigure in the series, but I think Lego did him very, very well. He's one of my favorites. So this one's really puffed, and I have a feeling that it is going to be Wanda, because I did get a pair of these packs beforehand, and Wanda comes in her own little bag. Oh, wait. Oh, it's Sylvie. Okay. Was not expecting that. She is in her own separate bag, though. All right, cool. There she is, the second main character of the Loki show. I think Lego did a pretty darn good job here. Got dual molded arms, some arm printing. The torso is quite accurate. The hairpiece and the little kind of broken horn is really, really nice. So back printing, back face. Her face is the one spot where the minifigure gets a little bit wonky, because her face, she really needed an angry face because she was angry a lot. And maybe some like lines beside her mouth. This makes her look a little too young. Overall, though, very good. She's got her sword thing, but that's a really bright green. I don't really know if that fits the greatest, but it is what it is, I guess. You get an extra, and then you also get Gator Loki, which should have a little crown, but Lego did not give us any way to even put a crown on his head. So he is kind of just a generic baby alligator, which is great in of itself, but he does have the blue eyes, I guess, to show that he's Loki. I'm not sure why Lego didn't just give him the little crown. That would have been so easy. Overall, very nice. Not one of the ones that I personally really like, just because I'm not a huge fan of the character. She was really good in the show, but she's not one of those characters that I'm like, oh, that person is really cool. Lego did do a very good job, though. Our lineup in the background is growing. So this box read off as 4.1 ounces. So I wonder if the other one would be any different, heavier or lighter. Wait, why does it feel like there's still something in there? Oh, because there is. Oh, there's two somethings. Okay, so this is Gamora with the Blade of Thanos. This is one of the more complex figures in the whole series. So first of all, mini version of the Blade of Thanos, which looks so much better than the big butter knives that Lego did for actual Thanos. Get an extra handle, so if you wanted to, you could split it in half and have two smaller swords. And then Gamora herself has not just the Blade of Thanos, but all of his armor remade to fit her. So it's got all this intricate printing, dual molded arms with the arm printing with the armor on there. She has some new hair. This hair is not quite the same ones we've seen on the other Gamoras as far as I know. I think the pink highlights is a little different. And then it looks like we have, I think this is a new Gamora face. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is a new one. So she's got kind of a normal expression, and then on the back, she's got kind of a mildly angry face. And then the printing continues onto the back of her torso, and it looks actually really, really good. Yeah, very, very interesting figure. This is from the What If show. The episode for this particular character has not come out yet, so I'm very interested to see how she features in the show. Oh yeah, and she's got the little stand like they all do. Just one of the clear pieces, though. So according to the way that people have figured that these 6-pack boxes work, it should be White Vision and Wanda left, I think. No, wait, what? Zombie Captain America? I didn't think he was in this box. I'm a little confused. I have to look back at the thing. So the last package should be Wanda, though. I'm pretty sure. All right, so here's Zombie Captain America. The Zombies episode of What If left a ton of questions. It really didn't answer any of them, and just really makes me hope that they followed up with a part 2, because it didn't even give all the details that the other What If episodes have kind of set a precedent for. It was just kind of weird. But we have Zombie Cap. He featured pretty heavily in the episode. He has a battle damage shield, which is really nice and super useful for not only Zombie Cap, but also like Endgame Cap, or just literally whenever you want to have Cap having been through a big fight. So that's really cool. Printed on gray. And then Zombie Cap himself is quite something. He's got arm printing. He's got dual molded legs, which are different printing that goes down the sides. There's so much going on. Printing here. The printing here is not quite as light as it should be, but it's not terrible. The mask here is kind of all beat up. There's a bite out of the wing here. His face is all gross. He's got some more gross little dots around the back. His suit is all ripped up. Dang. Like I said, Lego did go all out for this series, so that definitely applies here. This is one of the figures that I would say is not the... Since he's Zombie Cap, he's not one of the ones you're going to want to go out and grab first. At least in my mind, you'd want to get one of the more main hero characters, but this is not one you would want to pass up, because Lego did a very good job, and it's just a very unique minifigure. Alrighty, so there's one pack left. This should be Wanda. It feels like there's another smaller package in there, so this Yeah, this should be Wanda. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I must have just read the list wrong and Zombie Cap was in here instead of White Vision. I guess that would make sense because if you got Wanda and White Vision in the same thing, then people who wanted just the WandaVision figures wouldn't buy more. Alrighty. Alright, and here is Wanda in her Scarlet Witch outfit. This is how she is at the end of the WandaVision show. This is a pretty good figure. I personally am not a big fan of Scarlet Witch, so this figure is not quite as interesting to me, but from a just kind of objective standpoint, LEGO did a really good job. The printing travels great down from the torso to the legs. The legs have a little bit of silver printing. The dual molded arms are really good. Her hair is a new piece with her headdress on it. It is a little awkward that they didn't make the print extend all the way to the edges of the headdress. That's a little awkward, but it's not terrible. She has a cape. It's kind of the soft, squishy kind, and it is a single hole one, so it won't get too crinkled up by the hair. Back printing, not too bad. The skin on the back here is a little pale, but it's not bad. Her face is a bit of a disappointment because it's the same face that we got in the Endgame Final Battle set. And for a collectible minifigure, like, come on, make a new face. Especially since this face is really not fitting. She's smiling on both sides, and Wanda pretty much never smiles anymore. So an angry face at the very least would have been nice. What is nice, though, is they gave us red Power Blast pieces. The Power Burst pieces that came with Wanda in the Endgame set was pink, which is not totally accurate. I still really think that these are cool, but if you want to be accurate to the show, then you would want these red ones. And if you press the side, these kind of fire off. So that's a nice little extra feature. And she comes with 2 of these clear stands, so you can kind of make her levitating like that. Well, there you have it. That is one Marvel Studios minifigures 6-pack. So this is a great way to get a whole handful of these figures at once. And the fact that they did make it so there's 2 specific halves of the series to get in a box is great. So you don't have to end up with, like I said, a whole box full of Buckies or a whole box full of Zombie Caps. So that's really nice. The not nice thing is you can't really tell which half is in there. Like I said, I'm attempting to figure out if you can tell by weight, but that's not really a given because these minifigures are so light, and yeah, it's a little iffy. So if you're willing to take the risk, you can get 2 or 3 of these boxes and hope you get a full series, or you can just get 1 and try and feel for the rest. Either way, I think this is a great idea. I hope LEGO continues it, not just for the licensed figures, but for normal minifigure series as well, because it's just really fun being able to get a whole box, just 6 figures, and just open them all up and know you're not going to get any duplicates. So props to LEGO for coming up with this idea, and I would definitely recommend you track some of these down because they are really, really well done, especially if you watch the Disney Plus shows and enjoyed them. Getting minifigures based on those shows is a really good thing. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.